I'll be going over the student and parent asset sections of the FAFSA and ORSAA with you in this video. Hi there, my name is Leighton Spence and I work in the Financial Aid Office at Oregon Coast Community College. I'm also a member of the Oregon Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators, or more commonly known as OFSFA. I'll be your narrator for this FAFSA-ORSAA completion video covering student and parent assets. This is the 8th of our 9 core videos. I'm personally thrilled to be a part of this project because I believe financial aid can be a really powerful tool to help folks further their education. However, applying for and using financial aid can cause a lot of confusion and anxiety. So I'm excited to help put together this tool to help folks feel more comfortable with their financial aid. When looking at assets, we are looking at one day in time, or one point in time. More specifically, as of the day the FAFSA or ORSAA is submitted. The student and or their parents' reported assets should be reflective of that day. Assets are not updated later in the year when a student or parent has spent down money they were saving for a purchase. Instead, the assets will remain accurate to the date the FAFSA or ORSAA was submitted. The FAFSA, at least if you are utilizing the FAFSA on the web or their smartphone app, has skip logic, meaning that depending on your responses, the application will either ask additional questions or give you the option to skip questions. There are 2 schools of thought on what to do if given the option to skip ahead. The first option is to take advantage of the opportunity and skip the questions. If the student or parent chooses to skip questions and the FAFSA is selected for verification, the school may determine that they need the information at that point. The student or parent may be required to log back into their FAFSA and add or correct the information. Or the school may collect the asset information directly from the student or parent and update it into their system. The second option is to not skip the questions and add the information while the student and parent are completing the application. It does not hurt to enter this additional information because if it isn't needed, the information will not be used in the calculations. This option may save the student and parent time down the road but is not required. The decision really is up to the student and parent's comfort level and understanding. There is no harm in skipping questions when given the option, but it is important to inform the student and parent that if needed down the road, the school may ask that they report the information. The ORSAA does not use skip logic. Students and parents must answer all of the questions if they are filing an ORSAA. This is an example of FAFSA skip logic. Based on the information the parents have already reported on the FAFSA, students and parents might be asked if their total assets exceed X dollar amount displayed on the screen. If their assets do not exceed the amount listed, they will indicate no and will not need to provide additional asset information. Other FAFSA families might be offered the option to skip asset information entirely based on the income reported earlier on the FAFSA. Students and parents may skip reporting asset information in this instance. However, as mentioned on the previous slide, if the student is selected for verification, the Financial Aid Office can request asset information later in the year, and the information will need to be reported. It does not hurt anything or lower a student's eligibility if they elect to report assets when they're not required to report them. Again, only the FAFSA has this skip logic built into the system. The ORSAA will ask every student and parent to report asset information. FAFSA and ORSAA will ask 3 asset questions for parents and for students. As of today, what is your current balance of cash, savings, and checking accounts? Students and parents will report the amount in their savings and checking accounts at the bank, as well as the value of any cash they have on hand. As of today, what is the net worth of your investments, including real estate, not your home? Students and parents will report the value of their stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and other investments, including investment real estate. However, the value of the primary home the family lives in is not reported on the FAFSA or ORSAA, nor is the value of savings held in recognized retirement plans such as a 401k, 403b, simple retirement plan, or others. As of today, what is the net worth of your current businesses and/or investment farms? If the business or farm is family-owned and/or controlled with fewer than 100 full-time or full-time equivalent employees, the net worth of the farm or business is not included on the FAFSA or ORSAA. Congratulations on completing another exciting installment of the FAFSA and ORSAA completion training. We know that even in small doses the information can be daunting, so please feel free to watch this session as many times as you need. You can even come back to it when you're helping students in the future. If questions do arise, you may contact your local Oregon College or University Financial Aid Office for further additional clarification. When you are ready, you may move on to the next session. Thank you so much for joining us.